Oh man, are you ready for this?
You can feel the calm before the storm as the round begins.
This is gonna be a match to remember. This battle is about to explode. Final KO!
Hello everyone and welcome to Battle for the Dead. I have to look at the other screen now because of the new camera. How's it going everyone? I've been doing great. I've played Pokemon Legends Arceus today. And it was a lot of fun. It's a really fun game. I've played 6 hours of it. This is a problem. Do not play this game. This is going to eat up all your life. Please. So yeah, today we're playing ARMS, obviously. And let me just get the first matches in for you. Slight note, we're also testing the new version of Tournament Stream Helper by Joao. Which is not released yet, so if anything breaks, things might break actually, so just so you know. Alright, let's just do that. Command ! Bracket should work in the chat if you want the bracket. And what I'm going to do is launch the tournament. So let me just do that real quick. And I will actually get that match. Just a sec, chat. There we go. So yeah, I'm gonna start with Izzy versus Red, mostly because I don't know Red and I want to see them in action. And also, I actually think Coyle versus Helix might be a fun matchup. All things considered. But yeah, also, yeah, I do have milk. Like, we have milk, which is going to be needed. Let's just get everything. Hi Danon, how are you doing? Yeah, you're doing great apparently, so that's great to hear. But yeah, we've got a bracket today actually. We've got 7 people in the bracket. Let's actually look at the bracket if it actually works. Like okay, this still doesn't work as well as I hoped, but that's fine. We'll just refresh the page and yeah, look at this bracket. This wonderful, wonderful bracket. We got 7 people in here today and we are going to start with Red versus Izzy. So I do not know. Yeah, I think both have read the stage list. So that is good. Also, yeah, GameCube, well, Xbox controller, because I had it plugged in for Legends Arceus. It's a really nice controller for Arceus, honestly. Would recommend. And it seems that our first match of the day will go on to Buster Beach. But yeah. And we already have an issue. Obviously, Red did enter a little bit on the later side. So there's that. So I don't have him in the friends list. Which is a little bit problematic. But that's fine. We'll make it work as usual. We'll make it work. You know how it is. Just how it be, how it do. It is all going to go well. I'll say, yeah, once again, if you want to see the bracket for yourself, you can type in the command !bracket in the chat for more information, for live updates on the bracket. Which I'm also going to be checking that on that front. So yeah, while we are waiting, I'm so hyped for KOF 15, honestly. It's gonna be such a great game, I feel like. Just with lots of characters people like and everything. So I really hope this launch goes swimmingly, that there are no issues whatsoever. That we get to have a good time here at Battle for the Den in 2 weeks. Because I really have great hopes for this game. The swap button works, so that's good. Just double checking, yeah, we've got the right stage. So yeah, we should be good to go now. We are going to do this. We are going to do this. And yeah, now it does take a little bit of time to actually load up the characters. But as you can see, we've got Izzy versus Red in this winner round 1 of Battle for the Den. And we are getting right into the action right now. So yeah, of course, Izzy with the trusty Dr. Coyle. As a reminder, this match is best of 3, so this might actually go faster than you'd think. And yeah, already Izzy pushing Red into the corner to a difficult situation. I don't necessarily think that the double Ice Dragon is the best loadout you could have on Helix right now. And would much rather see a double punch loadout, honestly, just to deal with the coil, or just to deal with anything really. I really don't like the double dragon on Helix that much, because it really hampers their movement. Is Helix a he or a she or a they? I don't know, actually. Questions for later. But either way, we do have Red trying to fight back, trying to zone out, just outside the... Izzy's just outside the range of those 2 Ice Dragons, though. And it's kind of working out, honestly. Because Izzy really, right now, doesn't want to take the offense, and is kind of waiting for Red to go in, when you think about it. But it will not matter in the end. A good Hydra in the face is going to take that first round for Izzy. Yeah, Red going with Tri-Blast and Hydra for that second round, which I much prefer, honestly. I really feel like the double Ice Dragon wasn't going to work here. He also manages to escape the rush barely, so you know that's good. Not as much damage, but Izzy's still applying down some insane pressure. Red is going to almost clips with the rush, but Yeah, just gonna get some small, very small damage from it. Yeah, just lots of back and forth right now. Izzy pushing Red in the corner with the rush. It's going to be a very difficult situation now for Red in order to get back. With almost a 75 health deficit, make it a KO. That is going to be 1-0 to Izzy. There, I need to get used to the new interface of the software, but that is completely fine. But yeah, obviously, strong showing from Izzy, which was kind of expected, I would say. Just how it goes right now. Sometimes, you know, the Coyle Helix matchup, I would say, is not the greatest. Just in general. I still think a good Helix can... how to put it? A good Helix can do a lot, but it's still a very difficult matchup nonetheless. If you cannot use your movement options correctly, I would say. And yeah, that new tournament software is great, but it does take up my entire screen, and I can't see anything on my laptop. But anyways, just to your woes, to your woes. And yeah, going into that second match, it seems that Red has heard the advice of going with just straight punches, and is already doing a much better job at keeping Izzy at bay with that new strategy. But Izzy is starting to fight back here. A very good grab is going to be how it really starts off. But I think Izzy just needs to be really patient right now. Just with good patience, she's going to be able to get in, but not against that grab though. Very well played by Red. Going for a rush as well, and I think that might be a KO. No! Still a sliver of health on Izzy's side. But another good punch in the gut is going to be enough to take it. And yeah, going into round 2, we already see Izzy going straight for the offensive right away. Trying to go against that barrage of punches from Red. And because of that, yeah, a good rush is going to be very well done. And I almost feel like Red is respecting Izzy a little bit too much here. I feel like Buff can do a lot right now for a counter offense. But hey, what do I know? I'm here commentating, not playing. But yeah, very good comeback here from Izzy so far in the second round. Red on one sliver of health, one hit away from dying, and there it is. Which means we are going to go into a game-free situation. And Red going straight for the rush here in order to get some very decent damage. Very nicely done by Red. But Izzy is going to be able to counter rush that right away. And now we're playing the distance game. Is he trying to find an opening? I always say that the Triblast is a good poking tool, especially for Red right now. But still tough when you've got the Coyle flying around like that. Very nice dodge here though by Red. The shield was low, so he couldn't afford to shield the entire thing. But still, very nice dodge here. And Red is going to be able to land that rush as well, evening out the score almost. Well, there it is. Izzy now in critical. Needs to find something against that flubber guy. Ooh, and I don't quite know what happened here, but Izzy did go for the rush, and you had Red slightly dodging, but unfortunately he fell down back into the rush, forgot to block, and that is going to be game to Izzy, who's going to be able to move on in the winner's bracket. Red going to fall down to losers, but not too shabby. That was a very good second round, honestly. That was a very good comeback in the second round. But yeah, very well played by both players. Of course, Red is going to be going down the losers bracket. But that is how it goes. But it would seem that our round one is starting to come to a close. A little bit of a delay start apparently on literally nobody versus Adal, and of course literally nobody is Pawl. You're not fooling anyone, Pawl. You know, you're not fooling anyone. But either way, either way. We'll see if we can catch the end of that match. But yeah, it would seem that we are going to get the second round of Adal versus Pawl. Let me just get that set up. I am guessing that the score is right now 1-0 for But yeah, we are getting that set up for you all. And I'm just going to get the thing set up also in terms of stages. We said DNA lab. I think I have everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And yeah, we do have our match ready here. Mr. Adal versus Pawl, which I think is reversed, so give it just a sec. There we go. But yeah, it's been a while since I've seen Pawl play, honestly. Like, it's been a while. To be fair, my good sir has been through the ringer these last few months. As I understand it. And yeah, we do have Pawl going with the Ribbon Girl today. Having some fun. Double Parabola Ribbon Girl. Okay. So, I feel like this set might be toxic, honestly. Of course, Mr. Adal is a very good player and might not get fooled by that. Probably not gonna get fooled by that. But I just want to say that having double Parabola on Ribbon is might be a little bit toxic, but funny nonetheless, you know. Ooh, and good catch here by Pawl. Pawl on point with the the grabs. What is going on today? And the trampoline's already out, which doesn't really matter. And Pawl again with another grab. Pawl actually playing like if it was 2017 and winning. Okay, that is a new one. Another one! Look at this! What is this? What is this? Okay, there we go. But yeah, Pawl actually taking a round with almost just grabs. What in the world? But yeah, I feel like Mr. Adal's not gonna take that, you know, lying down. And there it is, just catching the seamstress with the chakrams over and over again. And a very good rush as well to boot, but not gonna get the full follow-up though. Pawl's just gonna fall out of it. Barely. And yeah, it's looking like a completely different round. I might have actually thrown off Adal's rhythm, for that matter. But, he's back, he's back. Yeah, we are now going into round 3. Whole strategy has not changed, and the fact is, with that double parabola, yeah, that rush is going to be very hard to hit. But Mr. Adal's going to be able to catch that landing very well, though. And yeah, Pawl's getting completely pushed to the wall right now. I would say he's getting punished getting in the corner, but not really. There's no corner on Mausoleum. Yeah, that is the funny thing as well. Like, Pawl is doing a good job just keeping up the pressure, but Mr. Adal doesn't really care in this matchup because the parabolas are so slow that he can react easily, and that is going to be it. And I'm glad we watched that, honestly. I am glad we watched that. Well played to Pawl. Mr. Adal obviously moving on to the next round. And for our next match, we are going to go into winners round 2. Let's just get everything ready for that as well. And we are going to get our first match with Ripha today. As for what we're going to have, I'm just double checking. There we go. And there we go. Yeah, our next match is going to be Ripha versus Danon. If you haven't watched Danon's video, by the way, about the arms scene, Danon made a really nice video about the arms scene in Russia and just in Europe in general. And showing how he did in the last Battle for the Den tournament. Please check it out. Please make sure to check it out. It was a good, fun while. Very good video. Very informative. As well. But yeah, we are going to go back to a more, I would say, reasonable match, quote unquote. We're gonna have Ripha versus Danon. I feel like we're just going to be on a more serious level in a way overall with this match than the previous match. Well, I say that as Ripha picks Min, you know. Yeah, obviously, like, we're gonna go on sparring ring. We're not gonna pull any punches in that first round. And already Danon going very much in Ripha's face. Trying to push him in the corner very quickly. Not giving him any chance to get that dragon arm. And it's working so far. It is very much working. Look at the explosions everywhere. But Ripha's gonna be able to find a grab here and finally get something started. Doesn't matter. It does not matter. Danon literally said, no, you don't get to set up that round. And here's the fun fact as well. Danon's got rush right now. They're going to continue to apply pressure on pressure on pressure on pressure. And I feel like that's the thing. Ripha's going to have to be way more patient as Danon continues his onslaught. Here, like just like that. The plan to use rush just blew up in his face. And that is 400 damage from Danon. My goodness gracious. Danon showing up tonight. Danon showing up to play tonight. Getting one first game over Ripha. My goodness. That was a very, very dominant showing. And it would seem that Ripha is counterpicking to Ninja College, which I understand. I understand. I feel like College is going to be good just to shut down Danon's movement. And also is going to prevent him from just going on an onslaught. So I fully understand that choice from Ripha. Yeah, Ripha's sticking with the Min, by the way. Going with the C key as well on the Dragon Arm. This could get dangerous for both players, to be fair. Because that C key is going to be terrifying. And you don't want him to get caught in the explosion like this. Now Danon is going in. And the onslaught begins. And that's the thing as well, like, Danon can armor through a lot. So can afford to go for the onslaught. But he's gonna go back here. We were getting caught a lot in those CK explosions, to be fair. And yeah, very good call here by Ripha with the CK. Gonna get the rush, not gonna get the full damage, but that is still massive damage thanks to that CK. Overall, the CK is just a very interesting arm, very good arm, but can backfire pretty easily, in my opinion. And yeah, already this is a complete reversal from the previous game. Ripha's playing much more patiently, forcing Danon to play the long game instead of going ham. Then trying to delay that rush in order to not get caught by the Seeky, but it is not going to matter in the end. Ripha's going to be able to avoid most of it and backdash, and there is not much Danon can do right now. This is going to be very much a round to Ripha. And yeah, now going to round 2, Ripha does have the high ground and the rush advantage. So this is going to be a very difficult position for Danon overall. So yeah, I do like the double nade though. I do like the double nade from Danon. It is a good idea. Just because that arm is going to be overall faster than the lockjaw. So I feel like it can do work much more efficiently on a larger stage like this. But all Ripha has to do is to be patient. And look at all the damage Danon is trying to tank right now. Like, Ripha's already made up the deficit. You kind of gotta respect the lockjaw, honestly, on Ripha's side. But Danon's gonna be able to find that rush for 300 damage. Not too shabby. Ripha's gonna be able to get another dragon arm up. And yeah, that is the thing. Danon is going to have a lot of trouble working around Ripha's stuff. But hey, the rush isn't going to land, so, you know, that's good. Oh, this is going to be very tense. This is literally going to go to last hit, and Danon is going to be able to take that round again. Yeah, this is a very tense match, honestly. This is all going to be very tense from now on. Ripha is back in the corner. Gonna be able to slide his way out of it. And now he's just throwing stuff at Danon. Playing the distance game here. Lots of patience from both players. Yeah, and that's the thing. Again, Danon tanking through a lot of things. Ooh, but a very good Seeky hit from Ripha is going to be able to get a good chunk of rush here. Very good grab from Danon. Again, Danon's been maneuvering very well around Ripha's stuff. And also, you know, armoring through a lot of it as well. But right now the armor isn't going to really save him much more. Still, he's making the comeback slowly but surely. Can Danon actually eliminate Ripha right then and there? And that is a double KO! We are going to extra round, ladies and gentlemen. That is a delayed double KO. Ripha's own Seeky was like, nope, you don't get to win that one. We're going one more. Jeez! And yeah, Ripha going back to the Salamander, and I feel like this is just pretty much out of spite at this point. I feel like this is out of spite, like, he's done with that Seeky. Seeky's cost him the route right now, so not too surprised. And yeah, it's working much better as well for Ripha overall right now. And the rush is going to do some good damage as well, 265. And yeah, Ripha now in a much better position than in the two previous rounds, and that is going to be it. That is going to be one on the board for Ripha. My goodness. What a play though from Danon. I must say, what a play. Almost eliminating Ripha on that one. Jesus. But yeah, now it's going to be Ripha's gonna have to win on the on Danon's counter pick, and I almost feel like I have to wonder if Ripha is going to stick to the min at this point. I do feel like Mausoleum is going to give him a good chance. It's going, Danon actually turning up the heat right now. And yeah, I'm not surprised that I don't think we're seeing the Seeky anymore from Ripha. After that, I don't think it's coming back. I'm gonna be honest. And now again, the Danon pressure. That's the thing. Once Danon gets in, he gets in, manages to get that arm broken as well. Ripha is down right now. One hit away from dying. And it being match point from Danon, but it's not over until the bell rings. And that trade is not going to be in favor of Ripha, who's going to also lose the rush in the exchange. Giving Danon the rush advantage in this round too. My gosh. Yeah, this is the part where Ripha's gonna have to play very carefully. But yeah, I thought the Seeky was gone, but no, it's back. Look at that. It's back. And honestly, right now, it is doing a phenomenal job. Well, just a little bit too far for a confirm. I almost feel like the rush could have been a good way. But ooh, Ripha's gonna get snuffed out of that rush and gotta get grabbed here. Danon making up the deficit right now. This is such an intense match, honestly. I was not expecting that match to be that even. I'm not gonna lie. But all Ripha needs is more good hits with the Seeky. If he can get more paralysis, it's going to stop Danon in his tracks. And yeah, I think the grab is going to be it. The grab is indeed it. We're now on match point on both players. Yeah, so tense. This is such a tense moment. And now Danon is getting slapped around. And Ripha going for the win confirm, but failing it. That could be a good opportunity for Danon if he can stay on his two legs. And here's the pressure. The rush is getting snuffed out. Oh no! It would seem that that giant Slapamander right now is law on Ripha's side. And now that it's gone, Danon feels safe going for more pressure. But Danon is now in the red. That is a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage Danon just took. And that is going to be it. Right then and there. Very good showing for Danon. But the one to move on to winners finals will be Ripha. Yeah, very well played by Danon. My gosh. Like, granted, Ripha was playing Min Min, who's not his main, but still managing to take down that take down a round, the first round over Ripha in such a dominant manner, pushing to the double KO. Like, very impressive showing. But now, for our second match of Winners Round 2, we are going to have Mr. Adal versus Izzy. I'm half expecting the Coyle Ditto. Our reset score button doesn't work. But that is completely fine. We'll just do it manually. As I said, things might break. Like, things might legitimately break. I am technically on a version of Tournament Stream Helper that doesn't exist, so things might break. And yeah, as expected, we are going to get the Coyle Ditto. We are going to go to Mausoleum. Very similar arm loadouts as well. Not too surprising. Yeah, now it's all about the patience of both players. Because I feel like one of these, once one of these players can find a full opening to go ham, there's a good chance the other one might be dead. It's just my feeling, especially with those loadouts. Right now with the Cracker and the Chakram on one side. Izzy not gonna get the full rush here. But yeah, honestly just lots of patience right now. From both players. No one wanted to commit, you know, too hard. Ooh, good dodge here by Izzy. Very good dodge, very well played. Yeah, and it's just lots of back and forth at this point. Just lots of poking. Lots of, ooh, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna try to cut off your path. For just a very even result so far. Very even result. Ooh, Izzy popping the rush here. Trying to get some good damage in. Maybe trying to force Mr. Adal's own rush here. But no, Mr. Adal is just going to take the loss here. And go to round 2. Ooh, lots of thought being put into the loadouts here. And a very good opening gambit here by Mr. Adal. Going to deplete more than a quarter of health. Yeah, again, neither player really willing to commit at this stage. Is he going for rush? Not going to be able to get it. Mr. Adal's going to be able to block it. Oh, good 1-2 by Izzy here. Mr. Adal gonna answer right back with the poke. And here's the thing about Cracker as well. I feel like Cracker can be a very decisive arm. Because it's so small, but its trajectory is very swirly. So you can get surprising results. And yeah, Mr. Adal... Izzy's shield right here was very low, so of course it is going to result in a shield break in favor of Mr. Adal. But Izzy's going to be able to get a good punish here as well with the rush. Again, lots of back and forth in this matchup. Yeah, Izzy is pretty much right now locked in to win, and there it is. Nothing Mr. Adal could do here. That is going to be 1 point to Izzy. there was no way we could get enough damage on the board for that one. It seems that we are going to go to sparring ring for the second game. Mr. Adal feeling very confident in that. Maybe trying to actually, you know, pace up the game. Trying to go for more aggression. Trying to find an opening that way. And honestly, I can't blame him. Yeah, that's the thing, already. Players are forced to be closer. Right away. Like, we're still getting some pokes, but just because of this, how small the stage is, we're gonna see a lot more hits. But still a very even game nonetheless. The opening gambling could make you think that Mr. Adal had the pacing of the match on hand right away, that the aggression was the right choice, but no, just lots of patience from both players anyways. And yeah, again, a hit for a hit. It's literally a hit for a hit at this point. Very good knockdown here from Izzy. And yeah, 5 seconds remaining. Ooh, and a good hit from Mr. Adal. I think that is right now the advantage, but a grab at the last second is going to give that round to Izzy. How unfortunate. Because the grab was already out, but because the timer went to 0, Mr. Adal couldn't move. Very good awareness from Izzy in order to get that last second grab. There is a little bit of a quirky mechanic, honestly, with timeouts. I will say that much. Hey, that's just how it goes, you know. But yeah, just again. But yeah. Ooh. Also, here's the thing about Coyle. Like, just the onslaught of punches you can throw out with Coyle is kind of ridiculous, especially when it comes to building rush. Just because she can't have the third arm, but on that kind of stage, it'll be a little bit hard to actually get that third arm as well. And Izzy is going to be able to take the Ditto and move on to winners finals. I'm going to try and get you a status update on the next matches. But yeah, very close games, honestly. Like, showing that, you know, Cole's a very good character, but kind of needs to slow down the pace against against herself, you know. So again, we are trying to get a status updates from other matches. It looks like Pawl has won over Red, from what I can see. Let's actually look at the bracket right now. Indeed, we do have Ripha and Izzy right now waiting in winners finals. It would seem that losers round 2 is going to have Mr. Adal versus Table and Danon versus Pawl. Yeah, I'm not too sure what is happening here. Also, Pawl was actually okay. So Pawl is still indeterminate. Okay, it was not a it was not a mistake. So yeah, we're going to get the winners finals set up real quick, which will be Ripha versus Izzy. But first, we do have some ads to share with you. So sit back, we will be back in just a bit.
Peggy 12.
燃えねえ戦いはごめんだぜ。
And indeed, if you hadn't heard already, but how could you not if you follow the channel, KOF15 is entering the den in just 2 weeks. The game's coming out in 2 weeks. We're doing a special tournament at Battle for the Den on the 20th of February at 15 CET. This one is open to anyone who has KOF15 on Steam and who's in Europe. So make sure to check it out. It is going to be good fun. There's a €60 cash prize in it for the winner. So if you want to register, make sure to type in the command !BattleDen in the chat. It will redirect you to a link where you will be able to register for that tournament. Also coming up is our Samurai Showdown monthly at Battle for the Den. This will be on the 19th of February at 20:30 CET. As usual, this is for Nintendo Switch users in Europe. This is an official alpha ranking event, so if you want to get some points on the board for the alpha rankings, make sure to check it out, to register, and just in general, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you want to watch the stream, because those streams are always fun as well. So don't miss out. And speaking of fun streams, next week at the Playing Grounds, our free play session program thing, we're going to be playing the fan game Hyper Dragon Ball Z. Not Super Dragon Ball Z, the PS2 game, but the fan game Hyper Dragon Ball Z. This is a really fun fan game which takes Dragon Ball and is like, what if Capcom did a Dragon Ball fighting game in the late 90s, beginning of the 2000s. So it will be on the 8th of February, February 8th at 21 CET. You can just join in the chat. It will be on Parsec, so you don't need to install anything other than Parsec on your computer or your phone or your tablet or anything in order to join us. And yeah, this should be a good time. But yeah, it would seem that we are now ready to get into winners finals. with some Ripha versus Izzy. And I'd be surprised if Ripha honestly picks Min Min in this matchup, because Izzy is really good, and I feel like it's going to be annoying for Ripha to deal with the Coyle, with the Min Min, but nonetheless, going to go Min Min anyways. Wait, I didn't reset the scores. We're good, we're good, we're good. Yeah, already Izzy opening up with a very good grab here. And Ripha trying to go in on Izzy. But so far, Izzy's dodging abilities have been very good. Ripha going to fold back a little bit to try and get that Dragon home. That is something that is done. And yeah. Now we're back to the patience game, which Izzy is a master at, so you do not want to let her get into her groove too much. Ooh, very good trade, but that's not going to go in favor of Ripha here. Gonna lose the Dragon Arm in the process. Izzy's gonna find a very good grab here as well. But Ripha's gonna answer back with some slaps. Izzy going for a rush, gonna completely miss Ripha. Like, honestly, good evasion from Ripha. And Ripha's gonna get punished here for trying to charge the Dragon Arm. Got caught out by Izzy with that grab. And just another grab is going to be able to seal it off. And yeah, now we're going into round 2. And Ripha's back with the C key. And honestly, I feel like C key is a little bit harder to land just overall against Coyle. And Coyle is going to get full advantage of Ripha's C key right there. Like, my goodness. Poor Ripha. His idea backfired literally against him. Now Izzy's got a very good advantage. She's very much 50% ahead of Ripha. Make it 75, my goodness. There is an onslaught right now. Ripha's struggling to find a way in. Find a way back into this. A good slap might be the ticket to start it off. And a good Siki as well. Like, remember, the Siki does immense damage, and especially on confirms as well. But still, look at that. All Ripha needed was a few good hits. Ooh, and what an exchange here. Very good mind games around the rush. Like, Izzy managed to actually react to the rush, block a little bit of Ripha's rush despite having her rush out, and managed to find the end of it. What a play, what a play. And we are going to go straight to Temple Grounds now. First time of the day for the European Classic. Also, as a reminder, this is best of 5. Also, I haven't changed the round name. Like, that is fine. We're doing fine. We're doing fine. And Ripha going with the Springtron. Because, and honestly, I kind of agree. The Min Min wasn't doing too much. My question is, how far will Izzy have to push Ripha in order to get to the Misango? It's my question at this point. But already the Min Min is out of the question, so There's that. And it's looking like a very different match here for Ripha. Right away. Those Thunderbirds doing some work here. And honestly, I feel it. I almost feel like Springtron might be the better character here. Against the good doctor, but it might just be me. That is a me feeling, you know. That is a me feeling. And already Ripha showing that, nah, everything's fine. We're doing fine. Just needed to, you know, not use Min. I guess that was the key. But yeah, already Izzy is trying to... I feel like Izzy is trying to slow down the game as much as possible right now. But as I say that, she just goes in. She literally goes in. Trying to leave Ripha with no space to breathe. Ooh, and the delay on the grab as well is going to be able to get Ripha punished for that EMP. And another grab here. And all of a sudden that is looking like Izzy's game to win. And that's going to be one round for Izzy. We are going to round 3. Yeah, going into round 3. We are slowing down the competition a little bit from both sides. Ripha has that parasol here, which can be a little bit surprising. I feel like parasol is just a good arm to throw off rhythm, honestly. Like, it's still a very potent and fast arm, but the rhythm of it is a little bit weird. So if you condition your opponent to react to another rhythm, parasol might just be the ticket to actually throw the opponent off the rhythm, and it's already showing. Ripha gonna be able to find that rush as well. Not gonna get much damage out of it, but still, it feels like Izzy right now has no answer to that new strategy of Ripha's, who's gonna be able to take a round. Very well played by Ripha, getting back into the game. Yeah, Izzy's gonna bring it back to Mausoleum. So there's that. Yeah, Ripha is now back with the Thunderbird and the Popper. Sorry about that, I had some managing to do. That's fine. And yeah, it feels like, again, Ripha is trying to take control of the rhythm of the game. This is the rhythm of the game. Anyways, very good grab from Ripha. As I sing very, very badly. And that's all about it, honestly. Like, we're talking about the rhythm of the parasol, and just throwing that out there, I feel has completely thrown off Izzy. And that is going to be the Shoryuken in order to take it here. Ooh, that was weird. Anyways, Izzy gonna go for rush, not gonna be able to land a single punch onto Ripha, but the shield is going to take down. The nade is going to be very... The nade has no... Like, the nade right now has no loyalty. It has blown up in Izzy's face twice. Even got Ripha the rush opportunity as well. This nade has no loyalty. Yeah, good Thunderbird hits from Ripha as well. It feels like Ripha is completely in control of the match right now. Just very confident. He's gonna fall out of Izzy's rush as well. And now Ripha is in a very comfortable position with the rush advantage as well. But Izzy is starting to come back. Ooh, very nice grab here. Ripha trying to go for some pokes. But it's not going to work right now. Ripha just jumped into the roaster here. Is he going for another rush? Gonna get a little bit of chip damage. This is, and all of a sudden this is going to be very close. The Ripha just needs to back down, and that is going to be it. There is another point on the board for Ripha. We are at 2-1. We are in best of 5 territory again. And it seems like we're getting the run back straight to Mausoleum. No time to waste. Apparently. Got no time to waste here. Ripha, I know I've already told you I hate your badge. I don't like this badge. Anyways. And yeah, again, we're throwing off the rhythm. Ripha bringing back the parasol right here. Forcing Izzy to adjust. And here's the thing as well. The parasol is pretty much blocking everything the popper is trying to do here. While Ripha's own popper is doing a lot of consistent job just existing, I feel. And yeah, lots of trading here. Lots of punches not connecting. Ooh, good rush by Izzy though. Good catch on the rush by Izzy. Barely manages to clip Ripha. But Ripha's gonna be able to answer with his own rush. For 325 damage. Good patience here. Lots of patience. Right now, Ripha with a decent health advantage. Is he probably not going to choose to bust out the rush here? I would assume. And that is going to be one more round to Ripha, who's now on match point. Ooh, Izzy going for rush here, but it's going to completely miss Ripha. Ripha gonna be able to go for rush himself, but this one is, ooh, barely clips the end of rush though. I was about to say it's going to miss, but no, he's gonna be able to catch the end with the end with Izzy. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. That's fine. Yeah, now the Ripha pokes are just working. Like, look at those popper hits land over and over again. Izzy trying to be... I was about to say patient, but no, she was just a little bit too trigger happy, allowing Ripha to go for the popper, go for the rush confirm, and seal out this game in order to secure himself a place on the winner's side of Grand Finals. Yeah, very well played by Ripha, putting out the Springtron as well. Izzy still managing to almost... Well, Izzy was doing well against the Min, that's for sure. But the moment Ripha just went for the Springtron, it was pretty much over at this point. Did a very good job at mixing up the rhythm in order to not let Izzy just adapt at all. And so that is just very well played by Izzy. And now we are going to go to loser's side in order to see how the loser's semis are going. But first, let's take a look at our bracket. As you can see, in loser's semis we are going to have Mr. Adal versus Danon. Danon with a very strong showing in the previous round. But it is still going to be a tough battle against Mr. Adal with the very strong Dr. Coyle. And that's the thing, like, I do feel like Danon can do it. Especially after the strong showing in the winner's round. But Coyle is such an impressive character. And Mechanica is going to have a lot. She's going to have a lot of of trouble against Coyle as a whole. And especially her full-on pressure. And yet we are going straight to Mausoleum. Danon versus Mr. Adal. That is losers semis. That is also best of 5. And we're going straight in. No questions asked. But obviously I am biased. As a Mechanica main, I am biased. I'm not gonna say I'm not. That'd be lying. That'd just be straight up lying. And already Mr. Adal just laying down the beat down right now. And that's going to be the hard part. Like, Danon has to mix up the movement here. Which he's already trying to, but Mechanica's so slow. That is going to be easy picking for Mr. Adal. Just like that. Ooh, but the rush is not going to land, interestingly enough. Danon's just going to be able to barely armor away from that, but hey. What do you know? It's time to throw out the bombs at the good doctor, it would seem. They're trying to play more of the distance game. Try to get away from the good doctor, but it's not going to be enough, and that is going to be 1 point on the board for Mr. Adal. Yeah, going into round 2, we do see the lockjaw on Danon's side, which is always an interesting thing to have. But now that the trampoline is up, Mr. Adal is going to be having a strong advantage here, strong positional advantage. As Danon can, I feel like Mechanica cannot really use the trampoline to her advantage, honestly. So it's going to greatly reduce the movement options from Danon. And Danon was already having a lot of trouble against that Coyle. So he's going to be very tough right now to even get anything started. Especially with that rush miss. Now Danon's stuck on the trampoline, gonna be able to slide his way across. But that is going to be a hard punish here, and that is going to be 1-0 to Mr. Adal. But yeah, that is really looking like a tough matchup right now for Danon. And I really don't know how you can get anything started. I would say do not pick Mausoleum. But it really does feel like sparring is Danon's best shot here. It feels like that. Because I can see Danon starting an onslaught on this stage, like we've seen in the previous, in the winner's side. The first blow is going to go to Mr. Adal. Danon trying to trap Adal in the corner. But he's going to get frozen on the spot. And here, Danon's got Mr. Adal in the corner, and again and again and again. But Mr. Adal doesn't really care. Like, got that cracker to get as almost a get out of jail free card in a way. But that rush is going to land. Not going to do much damage, honestly. Kind of surprised at how low damage that was. Now Mr. Adal's going to push Danon in the corner. And you do not want to be here right now. And that is going to be down. That is going to be a down for Danon. Now we're going into round 2. Mr. Adal going for the opening gambit, but it is not going to pay off here. Still, I do feel like seeing all these toasters is like, yeah, joke's over, show's over. I'm just gonna knock that that robot girl down, you know. But Danon has not said that he would go down that easily. Got some good grabs in. Again, Mr. Adal wasting another rush, but it doesn't really matter because with the triple toasters from Coyle, she can build up so fast. And just against that onslaught, there was nowhere Danon could go. His own counter pick actually played against him. For that matter. Like, it's like he was thinking, yeah, I can probably start an onslaught on that stage, but nope, no deal. It would seem we are going straight back to sparring ring with Mr. Adal changing to Helix. Feeling confident in the Helix, it would seem. And yeah, Danon going with the Kablammer. And I know I've said it last time, but the Kablammer has such a weird arc. And you might not be too used to it. And I feel like, honestly, Kablammer might be very good to shut down Helix overall with that arc. Because it's just what it does, you know. Especially at close range. You know. Because a lot of Helix's movement is based around jumping, and I feel like the Kablammer is very good at catching those jumps. But what a statement by Danon right now, shutting down completely the Helix from Mr. Adal. And then Adal going straight to double roasters to counter that. I'm not too surprised. Helix is a good punching character. I've said it a lot, but Helix with his weird mobility and extensions and stuff, Helix is a good punchy character. Uses punch arms very well, glove arms very well. But to Danon, it does not matter. Look at how much the Kablammer is doing. Mr. Adal is going to be able to find a rush here and get some good knockdowns in. And now starting to take the advantage. Danon managing to find the conversion, and that is a very dominant set for Mr. Adal, for Danon. I mean, I'm tired. Sorry about that. I'm tired. But yeah, very fun to watch. Danon over here, understanding the situation, understanding that there was a Helix on the other side, and then laying the beat down on it with that Kablammer. And catching those jumps pretty consistently, honestly. But now it does mean we're going to Adal's counter pick. There is a chance also that Adal might go back. It's probably going to go back to Coyle, honestly. I do believe that Adal is probably going to go back to Coyle. Oh no, we're sticking with the Helix. I still don't fully agree with the Helix pick. Just because Coyle was working so well for Adal. But I feel like on a stage like DNA Lab, Danon is going to have a much harder time just laying down the hammer on Mr. Adal. So, who knows? But so far, the advantage is still to Danon. Like, yes! The troops are hampering him. But he's gonna quickly get rid of them at this rate. Like, the troops aren't going to matter for long. Just barely outside the range. Like, Mr. Adal tried to be cheeky and read a sidestep, but nah, that's not gonna work. Ooh, very long distance rush here from Mr. Adal, though. And yeah, Mr. Adal is getting back into the match right now. Right now, still getting saved by the pillars for the most part. He's going to be able to catch that, but we're 9 seconds away from the end. Mr. Adal with the life lead right now. And I feel like, yeah, it's completely protected by the pillar. The last pillar of DNA Lab coming in clutch for Mr. Adal. It's funny too, because it's literally the last pillar. Now Mr. Adal going full punchy mode. Not going to be able to land the rush, but so far the pressure is being put down. Mr. Adal firmly in place. Gonna be able to hide again behind that last pillar. But now it's gone. Danon has had enough of this and the pillar is gone. And already it's looking like a very different game now that the pillar is gone. Because now the full pressure from Danon's Kablammer can actually be put down. Adal's rush is yet again going to get blocked here. Mr. Adal managing to find some more good punches in. But the Kablammer is going to put a stop to that. And you're going to round 3. I almost... Yeah, no loadout adjustment. Which is fair. But I really do feel like this is Adal's time to shine. Well, not Adal's time to shine, Danon's time to shine. Sorry about that. Got distracted by a notification. And yeah, Danon just laying down the beat down here. Mr. Adal finally finding a rush, though. Getting back into this match. He really needs to be careful about that cracker, and that is going to be a 2-2 right now. We have a game, ladies and gentlemen. We have a game. And we are going to go to game 5. My goodness. And that's the thing. I'd be Mr. Adal right now. I would go back. I would go straight back to Coyle. Because clearly the Helix is not working. The Helix is just not working. So from that point onwards, like, what do you do? What do you do? And yeah, we are going to go back to DNA Lab. Like, definitely a stage where Mr. Adal is going to be more comfortable overall, I feel like. Just because he's been using those pillars so well. But no, Mr. Adal sticking with the Helix, thinking, I can do this with the Helix. I don't need no Coyle. I can do this with the Helix. And now from there, for Danon, honestly, the mission is get rid of the pillars as fast as possible. Do not give Mr. Adal a chance to, you know, do stuff like that. And hide behind those pillars. And already Danon just trying to ensure that the pressure is still there. One pillar is down. 5 more to go. But Mr. Adal is finding those hits he couldn't find in the first game. Managing to conserve a lot of the pillars so far. And see, that's what I was saying. Danon here was just out of reach of Mr. Adal. Just took the time to actually get rid of the pillar. Now Danon on his last legs in this round. Mr. Adal though being pushed back into the corner. Doesn't matter. Literally doesn't matter. Mr. Adal now on match point. And almost in a better position than in the previous game with 2 pillars to rely on. And I feel like those 2 pillars are going to be his win condition. Because see, when Adal is out in the open, Danon's gonna find those hits with a very good rush from Mr. Adal though. Very good rush to stop down, to stop the offense from Danon. Gonna be able to block that one as well. When the trade was not in favor of Danon here. I get stunned for it. This is so tense. This is really tense. Ooh, and a very nice grab here by Danon. Mr. Adal at 1 HP and gonna go down here. We're going to go to the last round of this, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, Mr. Adal is gonna equip one toaster, you know, one toaster. Just to get those punches in. And what happened here? I feel like Mr. Adal was still in the leg of, you know, crouching. And just couldn't dodge the rush. I almost think that's what happened here. And now Danon has a very strong... He's a very strong contender right now, but Mr. Adal's gonna answer right back with the rush. And again, the Kablammer. Managing to catch Adal off guard so many times. And again. So Adal barely managing to dodge that one. Danon now almost on last legs. Danon's just gonna pop rush in order to take it, and Mr. Adal is out of the tournament. Danon is moving on to losers finals after a very, very tense match. Like, Adal, why did you switch to Helix? Like, it really comes down to this. Why did you switch to Helix? Like, you had this in the bag with the Coyle. Why did you switch to Helix? Still, very well played from Danon, but what the... Why? But yeah, here's the thing. Danon's not out of the woods yet. Like, gonna have to fight Izzy next. Like, another Coyle. And that is going to be a tough matchup nonetheless. And yeah, that's the thing, like, you do have Danon right now saying that he has nothing against Coyle, and now he's gonna have to fight another Coyle. And that is going to be so tough. Like, honestly, it's just a moment where Danon almost like becomes a legend at this point. If he can do the double, of taking down Mr. Adal and Izzy, but Izzy is not gonna switch off Coyle. That's the difference. Izzy, she's just not going to switch off the Coyle. So, he's gonna have to go all the way against the Coyle. But hey, first stage, sparring ring. Might be a good opportunity, honestly. Because again, if Danon can get in and lay down that pressure on this stage, that's the whole thing. Izzy's already trying to push him back. Like, the whole thing has barely begun. And Izzy's already pushing him back. Ooh, and already Izzy with the rush. Already a very dominant performance so far by Izzy. And as we've seen, it really feels like Danon has nothing against Coyle. But hey, who can blame him? Like, it is a tough matchup. It is a very tough matchup. And yeah, going into this round 2, Danon actually managing to find some good hits in. But this is going to be straight denied with Izzy's grab. Yeah, it feels like Danon has more of a grip on the pace of the match in this second round, but doesn't matter. When you've got Izzy just throwing out the rush in there and taking it very convincingly here. Yeah, we're in it for the long haul right now. I'm really afraid of the murder this might be. And Danon is very confident in going back to sparring as well. Seems very confident. Yeah, no time to waste. We're going back to sparring ring. Then just needs to find that opening, and we've got the whammer in play now. But Izzy already calling out the sidestep and getting that grab very early. And again, a very good grab. Like, here's the thing. I don't know what the whammer can do against Coyle. I guess the results could be very similar to Helix. But at the same time, Coyle is so much faster than Helix in her movement that I really don't think it's going to do much. So I'm not too sure. And Danon is already in critical, so... You know, this is going to go very fast. At this rate. And again, a very good grab from Izzy. She's giving Danon no time to breathe. Literally no time to breathe. And again, like... It's like, welcome to Coyle pressure. Are you gonna take more pressure with your pressure? Like... It is scary, honestly. And Izzy managing to find the rush as well. Like, this could already be curtains for Danon at this point. This is such a tough matchup. And Danon's not able to find a rush himself. Is he trying to go for a punish, but not going to be able to find it yet? And that is going to be another game to Izzy. Now 1 point away from trying to get that run back against Ripha in Grands. Jeez! This is a massacre. This is an absolute massacre right now. And so Danon is going to attempt to go to tempo ground, and is he switching to Helix? What is going on here? What is going on here? Have you not seen the last match? What is going on? Anyways, Like, what is it with those people, with those Coyles, dominating Danon and then switching to Helix? Last second, what is it? But hey, at least the Izzy, the Izzy Helix, that is hard to say. The Izzy Helix is already doing a lot more, I feel, than Mr. Adal almost did. Although granted, we have now again a situation with the pillars though. I'm like, granted, okay. Izzy's just playing straight up punchy Helix right now. Danon is able to call most of her moves out, but there's still some very good damage that Izzy can dish out on a whim. And again, those pillars as win conditions, and a very good grab. And yeah, the last pillar was down during that grab as well. And yeah, I almost feel like double Hydra, honestly, might work better against Danon. Just because he's so swirly with his movement. The Hydra might be the better play, but unfortunately, Danon is going to use up that rush a little bit too early. And now Izzy's in a very good position to not get Adal'd. They're trying to play a distance game right now. Or not get hit by those Hydras. But it's not going to matter against the rush. They're one hit away from leaving this bracket. And a good counter rush here off of that grab. Not gonna get the full damage of it. And the grab is going to take it here. Izzy managing to redeem Mr. Adal with the Helix. But like, please stop doing that. Like, it's great for the audience. But please stop doing that. You can't be doing that all the time. But yeah, very well played, nonetheless, from Danon. But today, Izzy is going to be the one to go straight to Grand Finals to have maybe her revenge against Ripha. But first, let's run the ads again, and I will see you right after that.
Peggy 12.
And indeed, if you didn't know, in 2 weeks, just 2 weeks, we're gonna have a special tournament at Battle for the Den for the King of Fighters 15. This will be played on the Steam version and is open to all of the Europe region, and will be played on the 20th of February at 15 CET. There is a €60 cash prize ready to be taken on this brand new game. So make sure to register. It is going to be a good, fun time with the King of Fighters 15. Make sure to check it out. You can type in the command !BattleDen in the chat to get straight to the registration. Also, this month, there will be the Samurai Showdown Monthly returning on the 19th of February at 2030 CET with another Alpha Rankings event. Again, good fun event as usual. Make sure to check it out. Follow the channel if you want to get to the stream, and make sure to register if you have Samurai Showdown on the Nintendo Switch and you are in Europe. This will be a good fun time. And finally, next week on the Playing Grounds, we will be playing Hyper Dragon Ball Z, the fan game, not the PS2 game. We're playing the fan game over on Parsec, so you don't need to install anything but Parsec on your computer or on your phone, on your tablet, on your anything really. You can even play it from the web browser actually. You don't even need to install Parsec, you can just play from the web browser. I wouldn't recommend it, but you can. And yeah, this will be on the 8th of February at 21 CET. If you want to join in, make sure to follow us on the channel. Subscribe to the WolfTV channel. It will be a good fun time. But right now, it is time for our grand finals. Izzy versus Ripha. We are getting that ready right as we speak. We are going to go straight to Buster Beach. This is the run back from the winners finals. And we are, I think, good to go. Indeed, we are good to go. And Ripha going back with the Min. I feel like Ripha at this point has something to prove. I really feel like Ripha just wants to prove that the Min can work. Even though so far I feel like just the Ripha Min overall has been struggling in the tournament, so you know. There's that. But yeah, very even start so far. Ripha getting off of that grab, the dragon arm. Gonna be able to start applying a decent amount of pressure with that one. And now Ripha playing the long range game. But Izzy's gonna be able to see right through that and get that grab. Gonna try to stick Ripha in the corner. Gonna have to respect that rush though. Izzy going back, respecting the full rush. And going for a rush herself. Now Izzy in a decent position. Manages to get the grab as well. Good stuff from Izzy. Very consistent with getting those grabs overall onto Ripha's Min. I feel like. And again, I really don't think the Ripha Min is going to work against Izzy. Because look at the pressure. Look at all that pressure. Ripha's gonna be able to get her off of his case, but not for long. Look at this. The onslaught has begun. Ripha's still stuck in that little lip, honestly. Ripha literally making this lip his home. He's like, I'm not gonna budge. You come at me. I'm even gonna get the full rush on you as well. Almost the full rush, but still 355 damage. And yeah, now Ripha just has to play patiently. Very good block here by Ripha. Good step to get Izzy off his case. And again, he's like, no, this is my home. You don't invade my home. What are you doing in my home? Get out of here. Going to round 3, Ripha is building a new home for himself right now. Gonna use the stun in order to charge that Dragon Arm. Ooh, and the rush exchange did not go in favor of Ripha. Izzy is going to be able to get the full damage out of it. Yeah, Ripha is now making his new home. He is now taking possession of that one corner. And Izzy is still trying to apply the pressure, but overall Ripha is doing a very good job just managing to get Izzy off his case. Being very patient and all. With some very good movement to boot as well. And that is going to be the rush in order to get him out of here and get 1 point on the board. Yeah, that's the part where the Ripha Min is starting to adapt, you know. It is starting to give signs of life. And Izzy has decided to take that Min straight to Via Dolce. With the max brass! What is going on today? But yeah, I get it. It's an interesting character, honestly, to try and shut down that Min. And already, both characters already charging up straight away. But yeah, those are some very fun matches we're having so far, that is for sure. Yeah, that's the thing. Izzy is trying to outpatience Ripha, I feel like, right now. Good rush by Ripha. Doing some serious damage. Arm is down on Izzy's side. Now Ripha's completely set up, but the stun into grab is going to revert that setup straight to Izzy. And here's the thing, you don't say GG to a Max Brass. Because right now Max Brass is in a very good position. With the armor, with the buffs. And Ripha was completely stuck in that corner. Couldn't do anything. But yeah, I kind of like the brass pick, honestly, on that one. I kind of like the brass pick. Working out for Izzy. And Izzy's also going to be able to block that full rush as well. Gonna get slapped here, though. But here's the funny part as well. Because essentially, when one of these characters loses their setup, more often than not, especially on this stage, the other one is going to get his setup too. Like this. Like, we've reversed the situations all of a sudden. And again, we've reversed the situation again. Except now Izzy has maximum brass enable. And he's going to be able to lay down the pressure. Very convincingly. Still, Ripha's going to be able to slap her out of the air. And a very good Siki into grab, gonna give that round straight to Ripha in order to equalize the score here. Well, those were two very fast nays at the start of the round. I barely saw them. Ooh, good grab here from Ripha. Now getting the full setup. And getting the full confirm as well off of the Siki explosion. There's going to be some massive damage here on Izzy. He's now kind of stuck in the corner. Ripha's going to get stunned here, but to no avail. Now Izzy's in maximum mode. Going to be able to lay down some extreme pressure. And here it is. The maximum brass pressure. Ooh, but the Siki coming to the rescue of Ripha in order to take that one. Snuff out the rush and get that second point on the board. Ripha is one game away from winning Battle for the Den Season 2 Episode 13. And now it's all up to Izzy to find a way. And the way seems to be maybe DNA Lab. I still feel like yeah, I was thinking that the brass pick was not too shabby. But hey, we're gonna get Helix instead. The return of the Helix. And already a very long range grab getting to two of the... I think we're gonna quickly get rid of those tubes at this rate if all the grabs just land. Those tubes aren't exactly gonna matter. And already Izzy in a very good position. And here's the thing, I just think that the punchy Helix was working. It's a very good strategy, honestly. But the Helix also gotta be careful about the lockjaw. But yeah, I like punchy Helix, honestly. It's a tried and tested strategy. And I really like it. And the rush is not going to be enough to kill here. But Ripha is one punch away from dying. Ooh, decisions. And that is going to be one Min down again. But here's the thing. Izzy's been in this situation before, twice, with two different characters. The question is, can she close it out? Snuffing out Ripha's rush definitely is going to help. Yeah, look at this. Look at this insanity that is double tribal Helix, honestly. Just double tribal, honestly, is kind of insanity. Look at all these stuns. Yeah, the Helix working very well right now for Izzy. Like today, the Helix rises. I guess. And yeah, that rush isn't gonna do you any good, Ripha, here. It is going to be one well-fought point on the board for Izzy, who still has to, like, she has to win 3 in a row for a chance at another match. That is the difficult part. And on the other side, Ripha is going to go straight back to DNA. And yeah, Ripha going double lock join. I'm not too sure about this loadout. I'm not gonna lie. But hey, so far it's working at keeping Izzy at bay. Just keeping her as far away as possible. Ooh, and a very nice rush here by Ripha. Not gonna get much in terms of damage, but still a very get off me rush that is going to work. And Izzy's gonna be missing that her own rush with Ripha falling out of the first hit. Yeah, lots of exchanges right now. Ripha trying his best to hit that slime, but ooh, finds a hit there. Gets back the health advantage. 10 seconds on the clock. Very good grab here by Izzy. This is gonna come down to the wire. Ripha popping out rush, but Izzy's gonna be able to grab him right back, putting her in a very good position for that second round as well. What a mistake by Ripha. Now Ripha going double Seeky. We got double Seeky versus double Tribolt. And I'm like, not too sure about the double Seeky. Like, that is still some very good damage nonetheless, but not too sure about the double Seeky. Seeky is not an armor I would use by itself. Because of that, you know. That is the problem. Still a very good nuke to have, though, in terms of a rush situation. A very good confirm here by Ripha. Getting his Dragon Arm on the deck. And yeah, we have a health advantage to Ripha, honestly. Wasn't too sure about the double Seeky, but so far it's doing work. Izzy's rush, though, is going to almost even things out, though. And Ripha's right now is just staying chill, waiting for that fateful grab, though. Ooh, and the rush is going to just clip Izzy from below in order to take that one. Putting Ripha into match point situation. Going double slap. And this time Izzy's rush is going to get blocked as well, but still does a good... Well, not that much chip damage, to be fair. But I still think, like, double Tribolt on Helix is kind of insanity. Ripha doesn't seem to find an opening to get anything. And Izzy's gonna be able to find a very good grab here. Going for rush. Ripha's gonna be able to counter rush that, though. Very good punish. Now Ripha's got Izzy in the corner. Is he gonna be able to push back here? She's still got a pillar as well. Like, there is still a pillar as well. Well, never mind. The pillar's gone. And so is Ripha. It is now 2-2 between Izzy and Ripha. We are going to go down to the wire in that first set of Grand Finals. We're going to go to DNA Lab again. Same characters. I'm guessing same loadouts as well. Yeah, I don't quite agree, honestly, with double lockjaw. Just because of how that first game, well, that previous game went. Hey, who knows? Ripha might know something I don't. And so far it's kind of working, honestly. Just the patient play. Patient play is working. And to be fair, I would say that I kind of question Izzy's choice of going double bomb from the start. Just because of all the pillars. But at the same time, the pillars are going down pretty easily. So there's that. Ooh, and the rush here on Izzy is getting snuffed out by the lockjaw projectile. That is huge for Ripha, who's now in a very good position in that first round. Izzy's just out of range here. Okay. Okay. That was interesting. But I feel like that wasted Izzy's time more than anything. Like that whole little interaction where Izzy was just out of range and Ripha was just standing there. And Izzy refused to go in, like kind of wasted Izzy's time at the end of the day. Giving Ripha the round. And now Ripha's going double Seeky again. Ooh, very good block from Ripha. Like, I wasn't sure about the double Seeky at first, but now I'm kind of a believer, you know. Ooh, and the trade did not go in favor of Izzy right now, I would argue. This one, though, Ripha manages to sneak a little bit by, but still. Ooh, and another very good rush by Ripha. That is 400 damage! Izzy now on her last legs. Manages to get the grab in order to stop Ripha's momentum. Now one good hit and it's over. Very good rush though in order to get back into the game. Now we've got more of this. Just Ripha being very patient here. Again, Ripha manages to sneak by, avoiding those punishes on those Seeky blasts. But not this time. It is going to be round to Izzy. Izzy 1 point away from the reset. And this time, yeah, the double Seeky completely backfired in Ripha's face. Multiple times over, in fact. Yeah, Ripha's back to double lockjaw. Back to be very patient with Izzy. He even manages to escape that rush here. And manages to get the punish as well. Only 215 though. On the damage side. I would argue that lockjaw rush is a little bit hard to follow up. Still, Ripha putting himself again in a very good situation, but we've seen him here before. Only this time, it's not going to lead to some... If it backfires, it's not going to lead to extreme confirms from Izzy. Ooh, but the rush is going to get snuffed out here. That's the start for Izzy. Ripha's shield is very low. He's gonna be able to punish that rush attempt though. Also weird physics on the two bases. Because those are a thing. Like right now, Izzy needs to make a move. She needs to make a move. She's gonna get knocked down here. She doesn't have rush. Ripha's gonna bust it out, and that is going to be game, set, and match. Ripha is going to take Battle for the Den Season 2, Episode 13. Congratulations to Ripha. Commiserations to Izzy. We went all the way into a very interesting match, I would say. But once again, Ripha proving that he's kind of the king of Europe. Let's not kid ourselves. Ripha is the king of Europe. Yeah, my gosh. What a tournament it has been. With some very intense sets overall. If we take a look at the bracket one more time, we do have Ripha coming in first. We've got Izzy in second. We've got Danon with his very solid Mechanica in third. And Mr. Adal in fourth. But yeah. What a tournament. What a tournament. My goodness. But yeah, I don't think there's much more to add about this. Obviously, we will be back next month with more arms, for that matter. We don't have the dates yet because we still need to figure stuff out. Mostly because WolfTV will be at Nantes Arena in the middle of March, which we will have more about coming up in the future. We also have to fit all of our monthlies now because we have like 4 monthlies now. In like 2 weeks. We have to like fit them in 2 weeks because I'm also going to be out of the out of town on the 26th if everything goes right. So the schedule isn't set yet for March. So unfortunately that means the registrations for arms aren't open. But if you want to know what registrations are open right now, the registrations for King of Fighters 15 at Battle for the Den, the special tournament, which is going to turn into a monthly eventually. But for this special tournament that is happening on the 20th of February 2022 at 15 CET, those registrations are open right now if you type in the command !BattleDen in the chat. This will be played on the Steam version of KOF 15 and is open to everyone in Europe. Make sure to check it out, it's going to be a good fun time. Week 1 of games is always a really fun time, and there is a €60 cash prize for this special tournament. So make sure to check it out. Subscribe to the channel as well in order to not miss out the stream. Also, coming up, we have the Samurai Showdown Monthly on Nintendo Switch, which is going to be happening on the 19th of February at 20:30 CET. This again is open to the entire Europe region and will be an Alpha Rankings event. So if you want to get some points on the Alpha Rankings, make sure to check it out. And finally, next week on the Playing Grounds, our free play session, we will be playing Hyper Dragon Ball Z, the fan game, not the PS2 game, the fan game by Team Z2, which shows what a Dragon Ball game would look like if Capcom made it at the end of the 90s. It's a really fun game. I hope you'll all come in order to discover it with me. It will be on the 8th of February at 21 CET. This will be played through Parsec, so you don't have to install anything. Just get a Parsec account, maybe play from your browser, but otherwise I would recommend still getting the desktop app or the Android, or I think it's on iOS now, but I'm not completely sure. But just get the app and join us on the playing grounds on Tuesday in order to discover Hyper Dragon Ball Z. But yeah, once again, thanks to everyone for playing in this tournament. Thanks to everyone for watching. This, as usual, has been a great time. We've seen some great ARMS gameplay today. And more ARMS gameplay is to come, obviously, next month, as I was saying. But with that, thank you again for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye everyone, have a great day, and if you are following EU ARMS on Twitch, I'll be there tomorrow for UAC, just so you know. But yeah, enough of that. Bye everyone, thanks for watching.